Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have here is a 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport. This exterior color is known as Granite Crystal Metallic. This one does have a black Freedom Top hardtop roof. Storage nets in the front door panels, manual windows. It has a black interior, and the sport trim comes with cloth seats. Both front seats are manually adjusted. And now we'll go ahead and start the engine. Now, even though this Sport trim level doesn't even have power locks, it still does have push-button ignition. With a rich lineage that can be traced back to the Willys Jeeps used by the US military in the 1940s, the Jeep Wrangler is what many consider to be the gold standard when it comes to going off-road. The Wrangler was introduced for model year 1987 as the direct replacement for the Jeep CJ, which itself had been produced by numerous different companies since the 1940s, when it was introduced as a civilian version of the military Jeeps. As of the 2025 model year, the Jeep Wrangler is now in its 4th generation, and to this day still features true body-on-frame construction, solid axles front and rear, along with legendary hallmarks like removable doors, a removable roof, and even a foldable windshield, which dates back to the original Willys MB military Jeeps. This 2019 model represents the Wrangler's 4th and current generation, codenamed JL, which made its debut for the 2018 model year. Like the outgoing JK Wrangler, the JL generation is made as both a short wheelbase 2-door model and this long wheelbase 4-door model known as the Wrangler Unlimited. The JL Wrangler also provides the basis for the Jeep Gladiator midsize pickup truck. Following its launch, the JL Wrangler has received new powertrain options including the 4xe plug-in hybrid, a diesel engine, and even a 392 Hemi V8. For 2024, the JL Wrangler got a mid-cycle refresh, which freshened up the styling a bit and also brought along updated infotainment. The core trim levels for the US market 2019 model year Wrangler included Sport, Sport S, Sahara, and Rubicon. 2 engines were offered for 2019, which were the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 and this example's 2-liter turbocharged inline-4. The transmissions were a 6-speed manual and an 8-speed automatic, with 4-cylinder models being automatic only. All trims came standard with a 4-wheel drive system of some sort. So in the instrument cluster, we have 4 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. There is also a digital info display, which can be gone through via these controls on the steering wheel. So right here we have our digital speedometer. Under vehicle info, you can bring up a lot of stuff, your tire pressure, various auxiliary gauges, fuel economy info, trip computers, audio screen, messages, and then all sorts of screen settings. It has a 3-spoke design multifunctional steering wheel. As for controls, first on the front of the spokes, on this side you have your information display controls along with your Bluetooth phone and voice control buttons. Then on this side you'll find your cruise controls. And on the back of the spokes you'll find your seat track and volume controls for the audio system. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. Panel dimmer, exterior lighting switch, climate vent for the driver, grab handles on both A-pillars. On this side is your high beam and turn signal stalk, and on this side is your wiper stalk. Going down the center of the interior, you have a little bit of storage up top, your central climate vents, your whole radio interface with a touchscreen is right here. We'll go over the system a little more in a bit. Push button ignition. You have your single zone manual climate controls right here, with your fan speed, temperature, different zones. Hazard light switch is right here. Then you have your toggle buttons for your hill descent control, traction control, and auto start stop. A little bit of storage right here, 12-volt power outlet. You also have an aux port along with a USB A and C port. Storage area, your four-wheel drive selector is right here. You have 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and 4 low. Entering reverse does reveal a backup camera with guidance lines. The parking brake is hand operated. You have 2 cup holders right here, along with a 2-tiered center console with a USB A port. The glove box is lockable. Vanity mirrors for both sun visors, your passenger airbag indicator, and a manually dimming rearview mirror. Now this red netting, this was put in place by the previous owner. Underneath that is just your standard hardtop. Alright, and here's the radio interface in this base model Wrangler Sport from 2019. So, small screen, radio, which is the shortcut button right here. You have AM and FM. But you do have Bluetooth audio as well. Under media, it takes you there. As you can see, anything you might have hooked up. And then, of course, your phone pairing as well. You can bring up a compass. Go to your settings. Then under more, you can bring up your outside temperature, clock, and you can bring up your backup camera without having to go in reverse. And your sound settings, equalizer, that kind of stuff. Other than that, it's a very straightforward, basic system. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. It has 17-inch 5-spoke rims. Powering this Wrangler Sport is the optional GME T4 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine. It has an aluminum block and head, as well as dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, variable valve timing, direct injection, and in this application, eTorque mild hybrid assistance as well. Horsepower is rated at 270 at 5250 RPM, and torque is rated at 295 pound-feet at 3000 RPM. This engine is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission with a manual shifting mode, and the Sport trim comes standard with Jeep's Command Track part-time 4-wheel drive. Running on recommended premium unleaded with a 21.5-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 22 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway. It has solid axles with coil springs front and rear. It has 4-wheel disc brakes with vented front rotors. When properly equipped, the Wrangler Unlimited can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Fuel cap is on the driver's side. You also have storage nuts in the back door panels. Folding seats. Both front seats have mat pockets in the backs. Nice grab handles on both B-pillars as well. And then you do have 2 cup holders down here and even your own rear climate vents. Pretty nice to have in a base model vehicle. And space back here, I'm about 6'1", with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable driving position. Footroom's really good. Legroom is not too bad. Once you take this thing out, headroom is also not a problem at all. It's a relatively comfortable back seat. I mean, if you're looking for a used Wrangler, I'd say one of these sport trim levels. I'm quite impressed with this. You get pretty much all the necessities you need, plus more. Sure, you don't get power windows, but some people actually prefer having old school crank windows, but you still get your cruise control, air conditioning and heat, Bluetooth audio streaming. You know, the stuff that the vast majority of cars on the road have, you still get those niceties, so it's not completely Spartan and barren here. And of course, you're getting that tried and true impeccable off-road capabilities that come with a Wrangler. Single exhaust, rear wiper. The Wrangler Unlimited provides 31.7 cubic feet of cargo space with the back seats up. If you fold the back seats down, you then get 72.4 cubic feet. Underfloor storage, power outlet. Pretty generous amount of space behind the back seats as well. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.